and on the municipal website. OPMA authorizes municipalities to conduct public meetings through use of streaming services and other online meeting platforms. The Red Bank Council is meeting in person as well as providing an option for the public to participate via Zoom video meetings. Please note that the option to attend is being provided as a courtesy. Therefore, if Zoom becomes unavailable during the meeting and it cannot quickly be fixed, Council will continue with the remainder of the meeting. For those joining us via Zoom, please raise your hand during designated times to be recognized for a comment. Whether you are appearing in person or via Zoom, you must provide your name to be recognized. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call please, Laura.
Councilmember Bonatakis is excused. Councilmember Cassidy.
Present.
Councilmember Facey Blackwood.
Present.
Councilmember Forrest.
Present.
Councilmember Janot.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano.
Here.
Mayor Portman.
I am here.
You have quorum, sir.
Thank you. We're going to kick things off right now with a presentation from Philip Dostie, who's going for his Eagle Scout. Philip, come on up. Laura, you have this on a, how are you going to set it up? Give it 1 sec. And you can have a seat, Philip, if you want to make yourself comfortable. Just talk into the microphone.
Good evening, council. How are we tonight?
I don't think we have it on PowerPoint, but if anyone wants to see the presentation, there's some copies up here at the front table. Philip, it's all yours.
Alrighty. First of all, I just wanted to thank you guys for letting me come here tonight and present my project and hopefully to gain any tips or advice from you on it. So first off, I just wanted to start off and talk about my troop. So Troop 67, this is its 100th year anniversary this year.
Hey.
Thank you. Troop 67 has gave birth to 131 scouts, and hopefully with this project completed, I'll be the 132nd. We've done a variety of community service, both annually and just collectively. A few of those are our annual Maple Cove maintenance. We did a cleanup at Count Basie. We help out with the crop walk for RBR every year. Elks flag folding, Holiday Express care packages, and a Labor Day memorial ceremonies we do as well. That's a little bit about the troop. About me, my family have been residents in Red Bank since 2003, and I myself since 2008, so I've lived here all my life. And I started my scouting journey with Cub Scout Pack 670 in 2014, and that went through to 2018. And I joined the Boy Scout troops in 2018 and I'm still in it till this day. Last year, I was welcomed with the ability to be the senior patrol leader for my troop. So I actually gained the leader position for my troop. That was a wonderful experience for me. At the beginning of the year, I also attained the achievement of life rank. So hopefully by June, I will be able to achieve the rank of Eagle. Also this year in September, I was able to complete the initiation process into the Order of the Arrow, which is the Boy Scouts Honor Society. Okay. Now into my project. I am looking to revitalize and revamp the Eastside Park sign. So what I was considering was adding hopefully some sort of a retaining wall or maybe a brick outline, something along that. And we would also have a variety of shrubs and plants such as bulbs or perennials, stuff that's low in maintenance and also deer preventative. And also I would, with approval, like to possibly repaint the sign and yeah, refurbish the little plaque that is also on the bottom there. So to just give the whole area a little touch up as the rest of the park has been touched up. The project itself has been with the assistance of a professional landscape architect, my uncle. We received positive initial feedback from Parks and Recreation, Mr. Oscar Salinas, and the Shade Tree Committee as well, accommodating some of their concerns that we had previously with the project. I will have to start fundraising for most of the materials and gain more support, hopefully from local businesses and such. The work will be completed by volunteers. I will be the one overseeing the project and all. And there would be no cost to the Red Bank Borough. Okay. With that being said, I just wanted to give thanks to Mr. Portman for helping me get this all together. Mr. Bobby Holliday for allowing me to communicate with some of the people on the council. Mr. Terrace Walton for helping me advance further with this, setting up this meeting. And of course, Mr. Oscar Salinas for helping me finalize some details. Is there any questions or comments?
Yeah, anyone have any questions?
I just want to say, you know, my son is in the same troop as Philip. This is a quality young man, and my son is actually now like senior patrol, is one of the patrol leaders, not senior, but is a patrol leader, is following behind Philip. And I've gotten to do camping trips. I've seen this young man in action. I've seen him as the leader that he represents him to be. And I've come to know both of his parents who are here with us as well today. And you're talking to all the right people, knowing that you're speaking with Oscar, that you're speaking with Terrence, that you're speaking with Bobby. As long as they are coordinating with you, you have my full support. It sounds like a really nice project. And you're thinking about it in the right ways, and you're bringing in all the right people. And when you come for fundraising, if you knock my door, I have a donation for you for the project.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I have a comment there.
Yeah, of course.
As you know, my son was one of those 132 Eagle Scouts that you mentioned.
Congratulations.
Yes, and I have to say the one thing that as a parent volunteer was very rewarding at the troop as well. I got a lot out of those trips to Gettysburg in the rain.
We are the rainmakers. It says it on my neckerchief.
And so it was quite an adventure unexpectedly for a father as well. So I just want to encourage anybody who might be listening that if they have a son or daughter, because you take both now.
We do.
The Troop 67 was a wonderful experience for our family, and thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you.
No, just thank you. And it sounds like a wonderful project. Thanks so much.
Of course. Thank you.
I would like to say thank you so much for doing this. I was out by Harrison Avenue looking at the sign, and I was with some DP workers, and they said this sign needs to be updated. So you're right on time. And I appreciate everything you're doing.
Yeah. I've lived a block away from the park my whole life, so I've seen the park transform, and I just thought that would be a great addition for the park.
Yes.
I saw Philip in the park a couple months ago. We were rescuing a lost dog in the neighborhood. Yeah. Good work. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
Very true.
All right. Thank you, Philip. Great.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's a tough act to follow. You ready? This is Lisa Richardson, Director of the Housing Authority. And she's gonna give us an update on where we stand. Thank you
Yes.
for being here, Lisa.
Again, good evening, Mayor and council members. You know, my name Lisa Richardson, Executive Director at the Red Bank Housing Authority, located at 52 Evergreen Terrace in Red Bank. I want to thank you.
Lisa, can you just get a little closer to the mic? It's crappy, to be honest, so you gotta get right up against it. Thank you.
I want to thank you for this opportunity to present an update on the borough's $350,000 grant to the Housing Authority for pre-development costs associated with the activities that will provide the Housing Authority with the ability to identify and assess potential infrastructure projects and modifications to its existing infrastructures, and to advance these projects from the conceptual phase to actual redevelopment of its properties. As you may recall, the Housing Authority was established in 1957 and provides affordable housing to low and moderate income households, comprising of 40 family households located at Montgomery Terrace and 50 designated senior and disabled households located at Evergreen Terrace. As these properties are over 60 and 50 years old respectively, the Housing Authority wants to upgrade its properties to the quality standards our residents deserve. In order to assess funds to preserve housing affordability and rehabilitate the sites, The authority, through the appropriate United States Department of Housing and Urban Development conversion programs, intends to convert the public housing sites to the appropriate Housing Choice Voucher Program and any other appropriate rent subsidy program. To date, we have engaged a firm, Bureau Veritas, to provide physical needs assessment of the Housing Authority properties. Site visits took place in March of this year, and the final reports were presented in June. These reports provide a detailed assessment of the conditions of the properties and associated cost estimates that provide guidance for the redevelopment of the sites. The expenditure for the physical needs assessment was $17,422. We also engaged a firm, NW Financial Group, to provide financial analysis of real estate development and operational budgets. Initial meeting and site visit took place in April of this year, and in August, after a few discussions with the Housing Authority's Redevelopment Committee, comprised of 3 board members, the firm presented its analysis of possible redevelopment options, which include a possible financing options as well. To date, the expenditure for the financial analysis, which is ongoing, is $10,300. The Housing Authority's upcoming board retreat on November 2nd will explore the redevelopment and financing options, as well as hear from other professionals about successful public housing redevelopment and HUD conversions, including the requisite resident rights and protections through the conversion process. Most recently, requests for proposals have been published in local newspapers, including the Red Bank Green, the Two Rivers, and StarLedgerNJ.com. The Housing Authority's website as well, for a developer partner and a real estate transactions legal counsel. Those proposals are due November 26th. The borough's financial assistance has demonstrated the borough's commitment to the preservation and development of affordable housing for the borough's low and moderate income residents, and for this we are grateful. So if you had, that's an update on the funds that you provided, is greatly appreciated. If you have any questions, concerns.
I have a question for you, Lisa, and again, thank you for being here. Are the reports that you've received, are they recommending renovating the existing structures? Are they looking to?
Well, there are different options. The physical needs assessment was basically to look at the conditions of the property and provide cost estimates from anywhere from renovations to possible construction, new construction. The financial analysis did the same, is looking at redevelopment and or new construction options, but we can't go into the details at this time.
Okay, just because we haven't.
There are options that have not been explored by the full board of the Housing Authority.
Okay. I'll just, for what it's worth, I'm hopeful that we're doing some new building on those properties, because I think they're a little underutilized. And my concern is if we're relying just on developers that have to do whatever their percentage is based on the project, we're never going to meet our requirements. And I think we have an opportunity here to really, aside from the fact that we have to probably get to meet our requirements, we have an opportunity here to really increase our housing inventory. So
That's the vision of the Housing Authority as well. Currently, we have 90 units. HUD is going to fund for 90 units. So we are exploring opportunities to build more affordable housing. That is the vision.
great,
Yay.
great. Anyone else have any questions or any questions from residents?
Hi, Lisa, thank you for presenting. You mentioned a HUD conversion. What is that?
Well, HUD has, over the years, almost 20+ years, programs to convert public housing, what we call ACC units, to voucher.
Oh, okay.
So they no longer want to fund public housing. The funds are going, getting less and less, decreasing every year. But the voucher program is a strong program. And because of the contractual obligation, government has to fund them. They don't have to fund public housing. So HUD has been moving towards that across the country. And we believe that we're in a position to convert.
Okay.
Great opportunity. So we want to move quickly. So Again, with these new proposals that are, requests for proposals rather, that are out, we might get some further ideas,
Okay.
potential developers, and of course, our legal counsel.
Thank you.
Actually, go ahead.
So Lisa, so with the, these conversions, everybody who's a resident would stay in housing. Nobody's gonna become unhoused during this.
So yes, under HUD requirements, the residents have certain rights and protections as long as they're in compliance with their leases. And one of my goals is to make sure our residents are aware of what their rights and obligations under the program. And part of the funds will be used to get a consultant, a community organizer or a community consultant to talk to the residents
Mhm.
about their rights and obligations, including possibly legal services, because that's the greatest ally in this arena for residents. We had 2 town hall meetings this month with the residents, and I kind of globally told them what's coming without giving specifics, again, because we don't have the specifics, but I don't want them panicking either. To encourage them to become involved in the process, because that's the other issue, that residents must become not partners, but engaged in this process.
So I'm trying to get my head around a little bit, forgive me for not knowing enough about public housing, the voucher program. So you would move people who are in existing apartments and dwellings there into a privatized environment that the voucher would automatically pay.
There's different types of programs. You can have project-based vouchers where the voucher stays with the unit versus a tenant-based voucher where the tenant takes the voucher. Instead of HUD paying us what we call, ACC subsidized rent for the regular public housing, they'll be paying us more money because it's based on not market rate. The FMR, the fair market rate rents, is based in those numbers. So so the housing authority is still engaged. Okay, that's one of my goals as well, that the housing authority retain some modicum of control over its projects as opposed to a developer gaining control of the project to maintain the affordability.
Yeah, that's the big, I'm not, as you know, I've knocked on all those doors several times. And so, people are scared about what happens going forward. So there's no real, everybody's housing is gonna be hopefully maintained.
Yes,
Upgraded, and we're gonna switch over, I guess, in some way to this voucher system.
yeah,
Which seems to have a better track record funded by the,
correct.
just to make sure I understand.
Okay.
I may call you or talk to David and look
Okay.
further understand this. That housing has historically and continues to play a very important role in town. And I know everyone up here is very concerned about the cost of housing, keeping Red Bank not just a place where everybody has to buy $1 million home.
Right.
Diverse community on many levels, economic and otherwise. I think our town is, I'm very proud that our town has different levels of housing. And I'd like to get, we've lost a lot of affordable housing over the years. Don't want to lose any more, and I'd like to figure out a way to increase, as the mayor said, the number of units that people who are not wealthy can buy.
Yes,
Anyway, thank you.
thank you.
Oh, Lord, go ahead.
Just had a quick question about Evergreen. When I was knocking on doors, my background's nursing, there's no elevator there.
That's part of the redevelopment.
Thank you. I
That's the extent I'm gonna,
saw people on the second floor with walkers and things like that.
yes.
Thank you.
And that's what my concern as well
Yeah.
as what's concerned. So that's part of the redevelopment push as well.
Okay. Oh, great.
I appreciate that observation.
Okay, thank you.
I just wanted to thank you for the update. I was up here on the dais when we voted and approved on that funding. We understand that you don't have to have all the answers. That's why it's an update. But just to be able to share with the public that these firms were reported to this work, that these site visits have been completed, the associated costs to date. It's just wonderful for transparency. And we've been trying to bring in more of our partners just to use this platform to get that information out from our partners like the Housing Authority. So I just want to say we're really appreciative of your willingness to come here and give this information a different platform. And we look forward to getting another update after your retreat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Any of the residents have any questions for Lisa? No?
Can I get a comment?
What's that? Yeah, sure.
I just want to point out that Lisa's care and concern for her residents over there. So when Monmouth County decided they were gonna move District 9 over to the senior center, she was very concerned about her residents being disenfranchised. So with collaboration with
Becoming a
Lisa,
polling place. you mean,
yes.
Right.
For voting.
So collaboration between myself, Lisa, and Jackie Reynolds, the senior director, we were able to accommodate a shuttle schedule, which will have 2 pickup points over there at Montgomery Terrace
And Evergreen.
and Evergreen, and then we're gonna shuttle them back. So we're gonna have 2 sessions, and whoever shows up, we will pick them up, bring them back. No stops at Dunkin' Donuts, only for ice cream, but we're gonna bring them to the seniors, and then we're gonna bring them back to, their location.
Again, thank
So
you.
thank you.
Much. And we've communicated that to the residents as well. We just put the flyer up on our website. If you haven't seen our website, please look at our website.
Who did yours? 'Cause we need a total.
We need,
Gotta get the name.
Revise is the company. I mean, it's the public information, but Revise. But look at our website. I think it's outstanding.
Your website, Lisa.
I have a quick question. Is the shuttle only for residents of Evergreen and Montgomery Terrace or anyone in the area? Just asking.
Just District 9, but if there's someone who's
District 9, yeah.
within walking distance of the 2 locations,
Mhm.
pick up, yeah, they can.
But I don't know how to communicate that to the wider, the wider community.
That's okay.
About that.
Okay, so y'all do that.
Take care of it. Thank you very much, Lisa.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
All right, can I have a motion to open the floor for public comments on agenda items only?
I'll make such a motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public, you have any questions or concerns about agenda items only? Anyone online? No?
Oh, there's one.
Okay.
Nevis Gomez, 25 Cedar Street. I just want a little more explanation on 24-237. The renewal of professional services for Borough Center. It's an additional 16,500. You guys have like a deadline on when you want to get this part of the service done, and can you give us more explanation of what the Borough Center is, and do we know how much we spent thus so far? Because this is a renewal, so the 16,500 plus, what did we do in the past?
I'm not sure, actually. I think that's a question for Jim, who's unfortunately not here. Hang on one sec.
Don't have enough information to make a comment.
Okay.
And tell you that we have used that in the past, and this is just a renewal.
All I can tell you is we've used this company in the past, so it's a renewal with an increase of $1,500 from the other fee that was paid.
Can you go into a description of what exact services the Borough Center design?
I do not have that here. What's that?
So.
Okay, I know what that is.
It's a designated.
This is I'm not a planning attorney, but this is a designation by the state planning office of Red Bank as a quote unquote center. For planning purposes in the state, in the state and county master plans. So if that's helpful, that it's $1,500. So BFJ is the firm that did previous work, redevelopment work for the town. So I guess they're doing this application, and this is really probably more of a Sean or a Jim question. Forgive me, but they're doing this application for $1,500 to maintain the borough center designation. Which they have to make an application to the state planning office, just like they did for the transit village. Like there's designations. I don't want to try to explain it to you because I don't know enough about it to be succinct. But in the planning process, if you look at the state master plans.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
Everything that you're
that's it.
saying is, there's no more to it. That's really all it is.
There you go.
And also this week, there was no billing list with the agenda that was usually in the past. I was just wondering, is that gonna be public?
What was that one more time?
Yes, usually has the billing list that you guys approved, the bills, the checks to be paid. There was nothing in the PDF this time. So I was just wondering, are we not gonna be doing that?
The agenda was amended. Scott was kind enough to let me know that I missed it when I posted it, so it did get posted. Have you looked at it since?
No, probably not. I looked at it this morning, so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any questions or comments on agenda items only? Okay, can I have a motion to close the public comment for agenda items only?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next up, approval of our minutes and reports. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from 10/10/2024?
So moved.
I have a second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Can I have a motion to approve the executive session minutes from 10/10/2024?
So moved.
I have a second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
And can I have a motion to approve the special meeting minutes from 10/11/2024?
So moved.
I have a second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we have one ordinance on the schedule. 2024-40, amending chapter 680 vehicles and traffic, subsection 680-60. Schedule 26, restricted parking for handicapped persons, streets. Can I have a motion to approve ordinance 2024-40 on introduction?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bonatakis is excused. Councilmember Cassidy?
Yes.
Councilmember Facie Blackwood?
Yes.
Councilmember Forrest?
Yes.
Councilmember Janone?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano?
Yes.
And Mayor Portman?
Yes,
Motion passes, sir.
thank you. There will be a public hearing on this ordinance scheduled for November 14th, 2024. We have a handful of resolutions. Did anyone need anything explained further and separated out, or can we do them on the consent agenda? Yeah,
Consent agenda.
all right, so then can I have a motion to pass resolutions 24-233 through 24-237 on the consent agenda?
I'll make such a motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bonatakis is excused. Councilmember Cassidy?
Yes.
Councilmember Facie Blackwood?
Yes.
Councilmember Forrest?
Yes.
Councilmember Janone?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano?
Yes.
Mayor Portman?
Yes,
Motion passes, sir.
thank you. Can I have a motion to open the floor for public questions and comments?
I'll make such a motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is for anyone to speak on any topic they so desire. Yes, sir. I saw your hand in the back. Come on up. Come on down.
Few minutes, I believe, correct?
Correct.
State your name and your address.
Charles Jan Jigian, 165 Spring Street.
Thank you.
Okay, first quickly, the gentleman cannot be here for Monmouth Street, the vendors affected by the stalled development at Monmouth Street on River Center. He owns Johnny Pork Roll. Okay, he has been complaining that every other vendor in the area gets some type of notice of what is happening at that section of the street. Because obviously the project is stalled, so if one way or another, you can add his name to the calling list. I don't know how that works. Okay,
Certainly.
River Center.
yeah, and then. What is exactly happening at Marine Park? We have this beautiful new parking lot, but a parking lot for what?
So I know you mentioned last time you were here that you're new here. The original parking was down on the water that's there now, and the new parking lot is being installed. The reason we haven't opened it yet was we were waiting on lights. We didn't want to open it without the lights. I believe our manager, Jim, said the electricians were there working on them this week.
Right,
So as soon as that parking lot gets open, we'll be then clearing the other parking lot, digging up and grassing in that whole field. So the goal is to have more green
Okay.
space on the water instead of parking.
yeah, that thing that'll be real nice, and let me see, so the hedge issue is still there, Irwin Park Marina, I don't know what's gonna happen. And there's gonna be a big flood in that area too. If you look at Red Bank Green, you'll see they have the flood areas. Anyway, that's something I can't control. And my concern is the town, is it taking on too much? These projects starts, but they don't finish. My street is getting all new water pipes on Spring Street, I believe it is. So is there a timetable, a schedule?
So, a couple things, the Marine Park, we knew was gonna be a phased project. We knew that was not
Parking lots,
gonna be a quick one.
You got the electric charging there.
As far as the parklet goes, that's really the purview of the River Center. You could reach out to them directly and get an update.
Right.
And as far as the lead line replacement, that's a state mandated project. We've completed already, a number of those conversions on the west side, and, now they're starting in on the east side as well.
Yeah, so they marked it all out and whatnot. You know, and again, that's just my concern, because I live a few houses down from the middle school, and they've had a project going now for all summer, and it's continuing. I hear it's not irritating or anything, but you know.
Yeah, the middle school.
End game though.
Again, they're controlling their own project, but in general, we haven't funded that project, or we didn't.
All right, so that's not part of our tax dollars.
No. Well, maybe it is.
Maybe, right.
Actually, we have we can always have Barbara speak about it. She's here, but no, it's not part of our tax dollars, and the wheels of government turn slowly, my friend. I don't know what to tell you.
It's just too much progress happening everywhere.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, okay, well, we can just keep. That's good. And irrigation, I was looking again at that Red Bank Green, there's a lot of water issues on the streets, the puddle that never goes away, it's all fixed. Broad Street, and I also saw down in Marine Park, a picture of the boats floating, so. I just hope that's all taken into consideration.
Boats are, that's what they're supposed to do.
And
Right.
not when they're moored during the winter.
Right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
And the infamous puddle on Broad Street was fixed.
It was fixed.
It was, yes. You can go see it's graded now. Yep.
I've got to see it. I believe you. Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Is anyone else? Yes, sir.
Okay.
Nice to see you.
By the way, the middle school yard, I got a little bit of a preview, having done fire prevention. It's gorgeous.
Mhm.
Unbelievable what these kids are getting. It should be open, I believe, within the week.
Well
It's
done.
like,
Almost there, but it's incredible. Congrats.
They would like grants.
And all paid for by
Grants.
grants.
there we go.
Everyone has to look at what was done there.
Yes, sir.
Evening. My name is Vernon Cole, and I've nested in 149 Captain Street in Red Bank since 1974. And I love this song very much. And I'm here tonight to make a little suggestion, or maybe you could think about it. I've noticed that there are a lot of, not a lot, few people have been killed by the train station recently. And I remember back then, there's a tunnel underneath the train station. And at that time, there were quite a few homeless folks in Red Bank. Marlborough was across the way. And it was closed because of the people doing things illegal or whatever in the tunnel. So I'm thinking if the borough could think about opening up the tunnel again to save 1 or 2 lives and have security check it maybe every hour or an hour, make sure nobody sleeps on it there. It'd be a lot easier for people to go across when the train is coming and, you know, the less chance of having somebody killed, hit by a train. And also there's a sign there that says, don't stop on the tracks. Usually people go and stop on the gate. And I usually say a car length behind the people that stop on the gate, because if the gate start to come down, they're gonna back up, but the track is in the middle. So instead of saying don't stop on the track, don't stop underneath the gate or the tracks. I think that's just a suggestion from me that I think probably would save some lives. At the same time, think about opening up the tunnel on the railroad track again.
Thank you, Vernon. I want to tell you how much I appreciate you coming with solutions. It's always a much easier place to start a conversation, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I know about that tunnel. I remember that tunnel.
We go way.
It is still there.
Antique.
Good to see you, Vernon.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good to see you, Mr. Vernon. Yeah.
Hi, my name's Val DeFazio, 56 Tower Hill Avenue. I've lived in town since 1978. I've had a small business, lawn services since 1985. And I understand the council might be considering banning gas-powered leaf blowers. Is that correct or no?
No.
No.
So the Environmental Commission just came and asked if they could give a presentation last council meeting on the benefits, the options, just, it was an information session. There's no legislation being considered.
Okay, all right, that's all.
That was easy.
That was real easy.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes.
What's up? Hello, testing. Good evening to other council members and to the fellow members of the community. My name is Farhan Patan, but people know me as Little Tony. That is Big Tony. So I come here today as the son of the owner of A1 Liquors, also known as Yogi Liquors. We've been around in Red Bank. Oh, I'm sorry. We are at 228 Dr. James Parker Boulevard. We've been at that address since 1983. And my grandfather, he immigrated from India to Red Bank. For 3 generations, my family has been embedded in this town by living and working and serving the people of this community. My parents met at this store and they got married, and that store is the reason why I'm here today speaking to you all. I'm here today because a decision was made that has impacted our business and the community that we deeply care about. Recently, there were metal posts that were installed along the side of our store, and these were placed without any consultation or warning. And frankly, without any respect for us as we are longstanding members of this community. Let me be clear. We understand the importance of the traffic management, and we understand that there have been some concerns that have been made of the parking and the space in front of our store. But in all the years that we've been here, no one has ever brought these issues directly to us. And we feel as if it's a tad bit unfair for being a business that has been here for over 40 years. I'm not here to dismiss the concerns of the community. I understand that the traffic is an issue and we want to work towards a solution. But I don't believe this is the way. We've always been open to working with the town, yet here we are forced to deal with this drastic change without any dialogue. It's frustrating and a tad bit disrespectful to us as a local business that has done nothing but committed to this town's growth. We are not opposed to any solutions. We were even told that we could build a parking lot, but that is not any immediate fix. There are simpler ways, such as signs or even a pay-to-park system. We care deeply about this community, just as much as anyone that has been raising concerns about the traffic. I stand before you asking for the council to reconsider this decision. We need a fair and a balanced solution, one that benefits the whole community, unfairly having to burden a local business that has been here for decades. Thank you for your time, and I hope we can come to a resolution at some time.
Thank you, Tony. First of all, I want to say I appreciate you coming here. I met with your folks last week at the store, and then spoke to your dad yesterday, 2 days ago, probably. And I've reached out to the chief of police, who That was a traffic safety issue. I don't think it was even something that came before the council. But we're actively engaged right now and we'll be reaching out to see if we can come up with a solution that works for everybody.
I appreciate your kind words, but is there a way I can see your words into action?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be setting up a meeting with your dad and the chief and probably Heather, who's head of traffic safety. We'll probably just come down to the store and explore some other options, but that'll be the next step, that we'll be setting up a meeting.
May I ask a question? How is it that these posts were placed in the floor without any kind of conversation with me or my father or my family?
They're in the right of way, right?
Right, well, no, they're
They're in the street.
there's a couple, I know why they were placed there, but again, that wasn't something I believe that came before the council either, so that will be, again, part of the conversation that we'll need to have with the chief. I don't have an answer for you right now.
Yes, sir, I understand. Are there any kind of meetings in which you discuss traffic concerns in public, or is this all done in a private matter?
No, we frequently are discussing traffic. I mean, we just revised, the handicap parking ordinance to create a spot for somebody, so yeah, it's frequently discussed in public if that's if it's a change to an ordinance.
Well, thank you, sir. I don't want to come here only when I have a problem. I understand that a lot of people might do that, and I understand that that is what I'm doing right now, but I do want to make a commitment to this town because I was born in Riverview, so even though I'm a little bit of a stranger, as I get older, now out of college, I have more time. So I will do anything in my power to help this town. And again, I appreciate the time and consideration you have all given me.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Tony. I saw another hand, Sue, yes.
Sue Viscomi, 25 Cedar Street. I saw the pictures of the great event you guys have for the employees of town. It was really awesome, the employee welfare. But I believe none of the crossing guards were invited and their employees, and some of them would actually I've been trying to get them to get library cards. So it would have been a good opportunity to meet. I know the Red Bank Library was there, and I'm not speaking on behalf of the board of the library. So I would just hope going forward, you guys don't forget the crossing guards.
Good point. Thank you. Got to take care of our crossing guards, taking care of our kids. Anyone else have a question, comment? Anyone online, Laura? No? Oh, there we go. You just did it before the buzzer. Nice.
How's it going? Bob Dorklinger with Siciliano Landscape Company. I was actually here as well for the gas blower discussion. Sounds like that's not a primary topic of tonight, but there was somebody that might be coming before you guys to give some information. Is that happening or not yet?
Are you talking about the leaf blowers? So last meeting, the Environmental Commission came and gave a presentation.
Okay.
On environmental impacts of gas blowers, other options. But even they said they're not looking to have us introduce any legislation right now. They kind of view it as this, a longer term educational project.
Understood. Okay. I want to make sure I was.
All right.
Thanks.
Anyone else? All right, can I have a motion to close the public comments? Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Dave, you got anything to add?
Just
There you go.
Just briefly, I'd like to once again congratulate Chief Frazee. What a wonderful afternoon we had here at Borough Hall, and I want to compliment our manager Jim Gant and the entire staff of 90 Monmouth, as well as different community organizations who helped make that into a really special occasion, inclusive of the Elks. I don't know, Saturday, there's a bunch of trunk or treats and things happening. I just want to highlight that Pilgrim Baptist is having a trunk or treat from 1 to 4, which I will be at with a truck 9-1 if you want to bring your kids down to see the fire truck. Holy Trinity Church, 12 to 3.
And then I believe the VNA is having a Touch a Truck event from 12 to 3 over on Bridge Avenue. So there's some fun stuff happening as we get closer and closer to Halloween on Thursday. So please bring the kids out. It's a great time of year to be in Red Bank.
Yes.
Nothing to report.
All right. Ben,
Okay, from the Recreation Department, would like to thank all those who took part in the 76th Annual Halloween Parade. I guess it was Sunday?
Saturday.
Was Saturday?
No,
That's
Sunday.
Sunday. It's
Yeah, it was
Sunday.
Sunday.
The event drew thousands of people and received nothing but good feedback. Our director reports. Shout out to River Center for their sponsorship. Cannot wait to plan for next year's parade. Halloween Movie Nights was another great event. Families came out and took advantage of the kids' activities provided by A Time to Kill and River Center. Let's see, you have Monday, November 11th is a Veterans Day ceremony at Riverside Gardens Park. Adult evening basketball, 7 p.m. Mondays and Tuesdays starting in March, Red Bank Middle School Gym. And Buddy Ball, fall winter season, Mondays at 5 p.m. at the Red Bank Primary School. Go to our website or contact the Department of Recreation if you're interested in any of those things. And I think that wraps it. I was interested in the comments from A1 Liquor, so I'll talk to you about that, Mayor, after the meeting, I think.
all right, thank you. Laura.
Hi, couple of things. I was happy to celebrate with Ratish Shah yesterday at the Charitable Pharmacy event that was up for the first charitable pharmacy in the state, and they're gonna open another one in Union. So the mayor and the council was there, and it's just been a great asset to our town. I see some people that work at the pantry in the back too, and it's been, the whole thing's been very good. And I volunteer at the Parker Clinic, and I know that we utilize it a lot, so thank you. The library, while I'm on the Parker Clinic, we're having vaccines at the Parker Clinic on the 29th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. They're free for anyone who shows up to get a vaccine, so please spread the word at the Parker Clinic on the 29th. The library will be closing 5 p.m. on Halloween night, so the kids can go out. Last chance alert, join us for the final thrilling episode of Creepy Chronicles with Kristen Rega this Friday, October 25th at 3 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. Get some ready from some chills and thrills. Did you know 1 in 4 women faces period poverty? Starting in November, we're teaming up with the Junior League to make a difference. We need to help. Please consider donating sanitary napkins, tampons, and other essential items at the library. Let's support our community together. Don't forget the walking tour of the season is, the final walking tour of the season is Saturday, November 2nd. Join us for fun and informational stroll through town. Mark your calendars for November 14th. We'll take a fascinating journey back to 1936. It's a transformative year during the Great Depression. Discover the captivating stories and sounds of Red Bank during the pivotal time. Ready to unleash your creativity? Kick off National Novel Writing Month on November 6th at the Red Bank Public Library with Project Right Now. And for the little ones and their stuffies on November 13th at 6 p.m., bring your favorite stuffed animal for a fun checkup at the Stuffed Animal Hospital. It's a night of cuddly care you won't want to miss. And expand your horizons with Mango lessons. Mango languages, sorry. Dive into new languages and cultures right. All you need is your library card. And I did attend the wellness fair yesterday for the employees for a very brief time, and it was nice to see the library was out there signing up people, and I think it was very well attended. Everybody wanted to see Smalls anyhow. So that was very nice too. Animal welfare, I think I give that report. Yes, thank you.
Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. I also had the pleasure of attending the Employee Wellness Fair yesterday, and I just want to commend our new manager. I still say new, it's been less than a year.
Yeah.
Jim Gant, and all of the amazing work that they've been doing with the employees to have these events and bring it together. It was a wonderful day full of resources for them. And it was wonderful to see everybody in the borough together. For the Community Equity Engagement Committee, We're celebrating still Hispanic heritage and Italian heritage by sharing recipes of residents on Facebook. If you have any family recipes or something that you like to whip up in that celebration, they want to see it. They want you to submit it. My husband submitted his chicken parm recipe, which seeing it on paper is extremely tedious, and I'm even more grateful every time he cooks for me. So thank you. I love you. Right now is Witches Night Out. It's still going on downtown, hence why I was wearing this extremely pointy hat when I came in. And this year, there was a partnership with 180 Turning Lives Around with Paint the Town Purple, domestic violence awareness and prevention and resources. It's just a wonderful night of female empowerment in our town. And it's wonderful to just see so many of these hats downtown right now. So thank you to everybody who's in Red Bank, supporting our economy and supporting a wonderful cause. And I can't wait to get back to the party. Thank you, Mayor.
So last year for the Mayor's Wellness Campaign, we had our kickoff event. We were giving out vaccinations, turkeys, checkups, clothing, backpacks for school. We're just finalizing the details for the second fall campaign. It's going to be right around November 23rd, but we'll certainly keep you posted. I had the good fortune this week both to get to the primary school to talk to the second graders and also to go visit some of the littler kids at the charter school today. That's always a good time. Very sorry I missed the Halloween parade. I was visiting my daughter in California, and actually during the Halloween parade, I was seeing Joni Mitchell at the Hollywood Bowl. Don't want to brag. Feel free to be jealous. It's okay. Amazing concert. Very nice to see family. And I think that's all I got. Jim is not here.
You have a report, sir.
Oh, you have Jim's report? Okay, Laura's gonna give Jim's report.
You think Jim would skip a beat?
Not Jim.
Okay, for Manager Gann. The lead service line replacement program test pitting phase has begun on the east side of town, which will include test pitting approximately 1,800 service lines to determine the material present. The borough has sent communications via Civic Plus and our social media accounts to explain what to expect and provide links to our website. Additionally, letters are being prepared to meet a November 15th deadline to further explain the next steps to our residents. These will be forthcoming. The borough engineer will be updating the Marine Park Committee on November 4th with the status of our CAFRA submission and a more detailed cost estimate. The committee will continue to discuss the feature and amenities of Marine Park to move the project forward with intended progress slated for spring of 2025. The Monmouth Street Streetscape Project has proceeded to the bid stage with a bid opening date of November 7th and a potential award date of November 14th. That is all, sir.
All right, thank you. Decision on exec session. What's that?
Yeah.
No executive session. Okay. Then can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'm such a motion, Mr.
May I have
Mayor.
a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's it. A quick one, guys. Thank you all for being here. Go enjoy Witches Night Out.